And in fact, the reason for the tour was Vimy Ridge. Today is the 80th anniversary of the battle at Vimy Ridge. And today, the students shared all they learned and felt as they toured the war memorial.
For me, it was about the best experience I've ever had probably in my life that had to do with war and war memorials and stuff, and like remembrance and that kind of thing, because you go to Remembrance Day and that's you're in the same building every year, but this was actually where it took place and you could really get the best feel for what had happened. So
while at the war memorial, the students made a point of looking up the names of Central Albertan soldiers who died at Vimy. In total, more than 10,000 Canadians were killed or wounded in that battle. Today at the Ridge, hundreds of people turned out to pay tribute to those soldiers. Don Murray is there.
The rituals of military remembrance change very little. But age and time have etched their changes on the faces of the very old men who were the focus of today's ceremony. The 6 veterans of the bloody struggle they called the Great War. They include Harry Boyce, 103, who stood in the trenches of Vimy on April 9, 1917. To honor them and thousands of other Canadians who fought here, who died here, people of the region came and stood on Vimy Ridge today. So many Canadians who came and died, she says, so that France might be free. It's extraordinary.
It's a big deal.
Because his grandfather fought at Vimy Ridge, Daniel Murphy made a special trip from Toronto.
My granddad's battalion was here. They took a real licking on the 9th. And it's a very humbling experience.
In the shadow of the great Vimy Memorial, in which are written the names of 11,285 Canadians killed and never found in that war, Governor General Roméo Leblanc spoke of the meaning of Vimy.
When the Great War began, you were young, barely men, and to the rest of the world, Canada was barely a country. With your victory at Vimy, our young country realized its strength.
Thomas Spear has lived a century and fought 2 wars, but 79 years ago, his brother was killed in France as World War I ended.
In the morning and in the evening, we will remember them.
And so the rights of memory were respected. 67,000 Canadians died in France in 4 years. 3,600 died at Vimy in just 4 days. The spring of 1917 was unforgiving. 80 years ago on that morning at Vimy Ridge, it rained and snowed. A veteran later wrote, "Sunlight on these battlefields is false light. Only in the gray granite light of dawn can the eye apprehend what is spread out here. The last landscape of tens of thousands who lie dead." Don Murray, CBC News, Vimy Ridge.
The Prime Minister also paid tribute to Canadians who fought at Vimy Ridge. Chrétien laid a wreath at a monument to those who took part in the battle. Canadian forces took the strategic hill after the British and French failed.